Hey everyone, welcome back to part 9 of the Breath of Fire 2 tutorial. In this part of the tutorial, I will be covering the run up to Nimifu's Tower and discuss the party swap mechanics of the run. If you like this guide, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to watch my runs or be alerted when more tutorial videos drop. Let's get started. Following the Terrapin fight, buffer down to get on the turtle and head back down to the previous room. Ray will be waiting for you for dialogue and a cutscene will play out. Just turbo or mash through the dialogue, and once Ray stops talking, talk to him again and mash to be teleported out. This skips an entire side quest for rescuing the Capitan villagers in the well for some township rewards, and Ray rewarding you with the Renew spell, a spell which resurrects a party member. By picking the faster option, Ray will give you dialogue telling you that he will reward you with the Cure 2 spell when you get back to your township ruins. Once you gain control of the party, go outside town and force a fight to get a Death Warp. This Death Warp fight is much simpler than the previous ones. Since you have glitched weapons, you can take out the party much easier, and do not need to swap out armor for the Death Warp. The encounters are still frustrating since the enemies can cast spells with long animations, but essentially the plan here is to have Sten attack Ryu and Nina attack Cat on turn 1. Then on turn 2, Sten should attack himself and Nina attack herself. If on turn 1 Ryu or Cat were already dead, Sten and Nina take themselves out. The game already set your Death Warp point at the ruins from when we dropped off Rand, so this is going to be the fastest method of getting to where we need to go. Once you are at the ruins, exit to the world map and re-enter to allow the game to update the ruins relevant to the plot. Ignore Bo and enter the house. Ray will give you some dialogue about picking someone to learn Cure 2, but when he finishes, leave the house and come back in. Ray is programmed to progress to the next phase of dialogue upon re-entering the room. Pick the Yes option on the first text box, and then advance with R afterward as he will bring up all the party member names. You can choose to give it to Nina or Sten. For Sten, it will be useful in the run during his solo section. For Nina, it will be useful to have it on her during sections you don't have Rand. For this guide, I will assume you have it on Sten. Talk to the old man and you will enter the party select screen. This screen consists of all recruited members to select your party of 4, and then advances to a screen to choose formation or swap order. The order swap is redundant because you cannot move Ryu from slot 1 when using this menu from the old man, and when choosing members, you can select the order you want them. The party order menu will be more handy when used elsewhere. The order of members on the screen will start with the first 4 people being your current party order. The subsequent names will be a little confusing to describe in a guide, but it will be dictated initially by recruiting order or when members are available to your party again. Then based on how you swapped out members. I won't put much emphasis on the ordering on this screen, but for this first party select, choose Sten, Nina, then Rand. Head out and make your way through Mount Fubi. You will use a smoke immediately upon entering Mount Fubi. Use the L button as well to swap Rand to the top of the walking order. If you get into a fight, swap the party formation to Scramble, since using the party select menu swaps everyone to normal. When you exit the opposite side of Mount Fubi, use the Rand roll mechanic to roll your way to Corsair. At Corsair, enter the weapon shop. We are going to do another switch glitch to place a Moondrop weapon on Cat. Choose the 6 urchins for the glitch in the cell menu and do the glitch using a bronze sword. I will add a warning here, the glitch will reference an incorrect item for the item you are trying to switch. In other instances of the glitch, we have swapped Nature Whips and Roasts onto Ryu. This particular instance can be dangerous because certain factors that dictate the incorrect item reference can result in a key item for the story being placed on your character. Breath of Fire 2 was programmed to have a warning for similar instances, but this warning actually causes the game to crash and result in a hard lock. It has something to do with Cat's level earlier in the run when a timer causes a stat update. So if these conditions align, you may see a mirror appear in the shop switch menu, and confirming the swap will cause you to crash the game. If you are in this position involving the mirror, you must forego getting a glitched weapon for Cat, making the run much slower and a little riskier. The only way to avoid this hard lock is to just get faster in the early game through recruiting Nina so Cat reaches level 8. Once you have finished in the shop, leave Corsair. I tend to do a menu after the shop so that I can swap Ryu and Rand's positions in the party so that Rand is first and can easily swap back and forth to Sten. Sten is in slot 2 for extra damage and Scramble, and Nina is in slot 3 for the same reason in case we get an overworld encounter from the Rand bonks. Roll your way to Windia, but this time instead of rolling to the bridge going into Windia, roll to the pole at the cliffside on the left side of the lake. This is a little bit of a harder roll, so do not be discouraged if you cannot make this without bonking. Swap to Sten with R and use his overworld ability to cross the gap. Swap back to Rand with L and roll to Capitan. I normally step down from this pole since Rand cannot roll while he is on the pole tile, and this tile below is not programmed to result in an encounter. Again, this roll is a little tough to manage without a bonk, so do not get discouraged and it will come with practice. Once in Capitan, press L to swap to Ryu and talk to the woman between the houses. She will not talk to the other members. Ryu will be teleported to a house with more dialogue, and when the redhead moves towards the door, move to the circle in the middle of the room. This cutscene will unlock your dragon powers and allow Ryu to transform into a dragon. This mechanic will not be used in the near term for the run, so I will not go into detail for this part of the tutorial. The scene then transitions to outside since Ryu has destroyed their house. When you gain control, make your way south to Capitan. Optionally, you can smoke to minimize your encounter chance on this walk since you are solo Ryu. But if you die during this walk, you will be teleported to the Capitan save point since you are now flagged for this save point, so keep this in mind. You will see a man between the houses that will teleport you to the party in Township. There will be more dialogue and Ryu will be teleported to a bedroom with Bo. Buffer down to exit the bedroom and make your way to the old man for the party select. Select Kat, Nina, then Rand, and make your way to the overworld. Once outside, equip a bronze helmet on Rand and give Kat a wristband. This will update their stats with the newly equipped Moondrop weapons. Swap Ryu and Rand's positions in the party, since Rand will do more damage in slot 1 and Ryu's damage is useless at this point in the run. We do the swap in this menu since you cannot swap with the party select menu at the old man. Force an encounter to perform the Death Warp. If you smoked after obtaining your dragon powers, your last smoke will not have run out for this encounter force, so it may take a bit. For this Death Warp, have Rand attack himself, Kat attack herself, and Nina and Ryu attack Ryu for turn 1. Then, on turn 2, Nina can take herself out to finish off the Death Warp. This will send you back to Capitan. As I mentioned, we are flagged for that save point. Enter the house directly right from the save point and talk to the man to the right of the doorway. This will recruit a carpenter to Township so it can unlock the town mechanics, which will absolutely not be utilized for the speedrun other than getting the good ending. Make your way to the top left side of town and you will have access to a boat that takes you to the left continent. After the little boat cutscene, just continue left up the stairs and make your way down to the world map. Ignore the dragon statue, head up, and enter the forest. Then, make your way through the forest for a cutscene with a giant frog. This will be the trigger that leads you to Nimafu's tower. This will conclude part 9 of the tutorial. Part 10 will cover Nimafu's tower, Jean's mechanics, the dragon system, and finish with the jailer boss. Thank you for watching, and be on the lookout for the next video.